Slee Arnold is the CEO and publisher, as well as the do-it-all she mentioned, from Women's Edge magazine. She's been in publishing for 18 years. She's worked for large publishing companies. She's worked for small publishing companies. She's very involved in the community. I've worked with her on several projects, and she's got lots of energy and wonderful contacts, and is very passionate about everything that she throws herself into. Her quote about what sort of drives her is that her passion is helping people connect and share stories with others. And so hopefully that's what you're going to be able to do for us today. Let's all welcome Slee Arnold.
So be aware of what's going on in the market. One of the biggest things I think is when you go to talk to any media person, is what is your message? And why do they want to hear it? And it always starts with the same old questions we know should be in almost everything. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. And in any press release, in any conversation, those are the questions be prepared to answer. And then you develop your hook, which is what you want to entice them with based on those questions. I think Lorena hit the first nail on the head with tailoring it to who the audience is. We are a magazine for professional women in the Triangle. 50% of the press releases we receive every day, we probably receive a couple hundred a day, are from Minneapolis, Hawaii, Europe, India, all over the world. They're not even applicable here. So somebody's just gotten our an email address. The other part is we don't write about men historically. And we get a lot of that. Not that we don't love men and we all work with men and you work with us, and but it's not what we're all about. And so it is amazing the stuff that you waste your time sending that nobody's even going to pick up anyway. I think the second part of the hook is to make sure that message is very clear what it is you want to get out. So I don't know if you all could hear, but they include local heroes and people that are battling the diseases. They talk about other portions of the event and where the money goes. And different mediums will pick up different messages. We might be interested in a human interest story. Somebody else, the News and Observer, may be very interested, maybe doing a story on how nonprofits spend their money and where it goes. And so by having a couple different things in there, here's the primary focus, but there'll be different messages for different people. And I think it's very, very critical to tailor the messages to where you're going. Very, very, very important. There are different channels in different departments. And same thing, it's very important to make sure, I think, that you know what that person writes about. So you can send a press release to the editor's desk in the business section, but it may be more important for you to send it to a reporter who's just written about something else. Maybe in the case of leukemia lymphoma, somebody's just written about nonprofits and what they do with their money. Now they can pitch the story of, here are some real life people this event helps. Different story, not redundant, and could be apt to get picked up again. That could be more of a lifestyle story. It's probably not a business pitch. And so it's really knowing who the different people are in the media in the area and what it is they write about.
Instead of calling, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the Fayetteville Times and I'm going to find somebody to tell my story to, that there's a new course at the community college for women only. I walked into television stations, I walked into radio stations. I had a lot more chutzpah then than I do now. But by golly, it worked. I was so excited and so passionate about this as I was developing this course that everybody else got excited about it. And lo and behold, the media started covering it.
Be prepared. There's nothing that I would say pretty much everybody hates more in any form of media is if you send out a press release or you call them or approach them or email them about a story potential and they call you back or they're willing to talk to you right then and there. There are people that you can get them on the phone and it works right then and there. Be prepared. Yes. Do not have to shuffle for the information. Do not have picked up that phone if you don't have that information all right there. Be prepared. And some of that goes back into when I mentioned deadlines. You might pique their attention for something they're working on today that you have no idea they're working on it for today. And they hate waste of time.
And I wanted to thank Slee and have everybody thank her for coming too. In addition to thank her show and tell Linda for coming. That was fabulous. And I'm sure I had somebody bring show and tell before. That was
Well, I said to Linda, I'm sure you've been a lot of things in your life, but I doubt you've been show and tell before.
That was,
There you go.
that was pretty cool, and I hope that when I grow up, I have just as much energy and animation as Linda has, because that's impressive.
Fun.
And you know, I always thought I wanted to be like you, Sharon, but I'm not sure now. You've got a competitor.
She's got more energy than I do.
Why don't you thank everybody for coming out here today? I hope you all got really great information, and I'm sure that, you know, Slee's going to stick around for a little bit. By all means, ask her questions, tell stories. Come to our blog and let us know what you think. You can certainly ask questions there that we can funnel through and engage in conversation, share stories for things that have worked. I think your story about the crisis communication was really important information to share, because people don't always think about how to respond to a problem. They're not proactive, they're reactive, and that's when they get in trouble. So that was a really great story to share. I want to let you know we've got 2 luncheons coming up. One is in September, which is next month, and the other's in October. And what's really cool is that this time both of our speakers are here. Coming up, I know, we can talk about that. Our speakers are here. We have Jan DeLore, who's sitting right here. Jan, if you could give a wave. That's right. Jan DeLore is coming, and she will be speaking on 3 surefire ways to improve sales effectiveness. She is a sales trainer and sales expert, so you don't want to miss out on that. Whether you're selling yourself or selling a business, I think it'll be worthwhile to come. And then, backed by popular demand, we will have Sharon Hill coming to speak again. Sharon spoke at our very first Food for Thought luncheon, and since it's grown so much, we wanted to have her back so that all of you can experience some of what she has to share. And this time she will be having a discussion on managing difficult workplace situations. So all those sticky situations that happen at work and you don't know what to do, Sharon's going to help you figure out how to do it. So without further ado, by all means, if you have time to stick around, network, talk to a few people, you can certainly do that. And if you have any questions of Slee or of Linda, they'll be sticking around, and so will we. Don't forget to go to the blog. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.